It's Bill again from The Seed, back again to talk about Choon. This morning I made a video praising Choon, calling it a revolution in music. And hey, I'm back, and I'm going to tell you how to sign up for Choon. In the comments, I'm going to put some links about how you can do it, with a link that'll directly bring you to a place where you just put your email address in, put a username in, and you'll be good to go as an artist, ready to upload your music on Choon. So once you're in, then what? Oh my God, it's so daunting. Oh, well, the first thing you're going to see is this. It's going to be the main page of Choon, where you'll be ready to go to upload a track or a playlist. But the first thing I'm going to want you to do is go ahead and type Bill Kraemer in there. I already done it for you, yeah. And go ahead. There I am, my old satellite t-shirt, and I used to be able to perform a lot more than I can now, playing in Brooklyn. And you'll see here there's a little play button, a little minus button. I'm going to unfollow myself. I'm on my label page right now, and I'm going to refollow myself. Go ahead and follow me. I have 50 followers right now. Now, these green bars you see in the middle of the screen, these green bars represent how many notes I got in any given day over the past month or so. And you'll notice they do go up and down, just like anything else. There's good days and there's bad days. And then below that, there's a little bit of a bio. You can go ahead and input all of this stuff when you're uploading your profile. You can edit your profile as an artist. Right now, I'm on my label page, so we can go ahead and we'll get to that in a minute. Some people have gone and given me tips here. I'll get to tips in a minute, but it's pretty neat. Below this, we have some playlists that Bill Kraemer has made. There's albums, there's tracks. Here's a whole lot of tracks. There's this play button, and then there's a little navigation button where if you click on the navigation button, you can save things to different places. We can go ahead and save. I made a playlist earlier. We can save this to demo if we wanted to. Starmist remix of Generation X. We can go ahead and save that to demo playlist if we want. We just did. How about that? Now I'm going to go ahead and over on the other side here is a black bar on the left where it says About Choon. There's the Browse section where it has genres, top tracks, different things like that. There's a collection of recently played saved tracks and saved albums and saved playlists. My followed artists section where I have a lot of different people that I like a lot. Over here you'll find a bunch of different people that I've followed over the course of the time that I've been on Choon. There's some pretty interesting artists in this collection, including Brandon DiCarlo, Funk and Deep Records, Annex from the Detroit Techno Mafia, this guy Cosmic C, who's not a producer even. He just makes playlists. And he's successful here on Choon just making playlists. Melia Rodriguez, who's a rising star out of Costa Rica, spends her time in the summer in Europe and then the rest in the winter in Costa Rica. That's fantastic for someone so young to be doing so well. Then a section of my playlists that I've made. And then down here at the bottom, here's the profile for The Seed. Now you can see here The Seed is a little bit more consistent. There's a week that I spent on vacation in New York. And then when I came back. And then the seed's got 178,000 notes. Now, it's about 10,000 notes to one erythium. Erythium's trading at about a little bit less than $300. So we had a little more than 90,000 notes on Bill Kraemer, a little shy of 180,000 notes over here on the label page. I'm not doing too bad right now. Now, down here, we can add a track. We can create a new album. We can create a new playlist, or we can just log out. We can go to the account section, which is something that would be more private for you. We can edit the where we would change our information, such as my bio or what have you. We've got 52 followers over here. I would hope that you would hit the plus button next to the seed here as well, so that you're following me over here as well. I'm going to put this in our comment section here too. Now, earlier in an earlier video, I gave myself 1,000 notes from the doing tipping before. So we have some tips here. Tipping is basically somebody likes you, they can give you a tip. You can pass notes to your favorite artists, so you can go ahead and give your friends some notes. So you can go ahead and I can say that I love my label and give my label 1,000 notes if I wanted to. And it's like giving money to the bartender or giving money to the DJ for playing a fantastic track. You know, a lot of times people will give 100 notes around, toss 100 notes around, like, which is fantastic. You'll see it in the crawler on the top that people have just released tracks, or the people who have tipped people for their tracks, which is a great thing about the community that's developing around Choon as well. Now, on the seed, I've also done a lot of playlists. And I found that through doing this for a couple of months, that at first I did a big playlist for myself and just left it there. But what I found was that if you just leave a playlist stagnant, that it does okay for a few days and then does nothing. Whereas if you do a playlist with releases over the course of a month, is that as you put the music in, as you maintain it, it works up and down. Again, here's the little vacation I took. You know, if you work things, they work. Just like anything else. You go and you take a vacation. You know, here's the couple of days I got online in the middle of my vacation. But, you know, I went away for a week and, you know, came back, uploaded a bunch of music, and then, hey, there we go. Now, we went ahead and you can go ahead and let's go ahead and take a look at what uploading a track looks like. It's very easy as an independent label owner or an independent artist. You would just put the title, the artist name. If you're a single artist, it's really easy. It's going to be your name right there every time. But if you're a small label, like we are here at the Seed, or like my friend Funkin' Deep Records, or, you know, some other Aerotech Records, or some other small record label, you just change the artist name from the record label name to the artist name. You put the title of the track. You put the release date that the track is going to be coming out on. The playlist split is very important. It's one of the keys to success with Choon, because the more playlists that your track ends up on, the more plays that your track is going to get. And I'll show you a perfect example of that in a few minutes. The tags are what kind of music your track is. So techno, hip hop, classical, alternative, banjo music. They don't have banjo, but they got big band. So all kinds of different music here. Well, two-tone, but there's you can go ahead and choose an image, the audio, contract section on the other side. There's a tab on the top where it says details or in contract. On the back side of contract is where you can add and remove different people onto the release. So you can add collaborators and put what their role is. So say for instance it's a rock band and you have the singer-songwriter, but then you brought in a studio musician to sing backing vocals, and that person is receiving a 10% Choon percentage. And that's what you negotiated with that backup singer to sing on that rock record. Well, you just add that collaborator in there. You have the songwriter, you have the backing vocalist, you have the label, maybe you have the mixdown engineer. On a techno track, you'd have a remix, for instance. You put the remixer, you put the label, you put the artist. That's where you put it all down in here in the contract section. Now, it's very important you do this right away because once the release is out, you can't do it anymore. Now, another thing that's very important is that you must own the complete rights to any track to upload them onto Choon. And they also cannot be tracks that you have publishing. No BMI, no ASCAP, no publishing. This is future music. This is the future of music. No more old system. The old guys, they only wanted to pay you 12 to 15% of what you're earning. They wanted to take all our money. And they have been taking all our money. They've had us over a barrel for too many years. No more. This is a revolution. And the only way that you win a revolution is by going completely underground and taking over everything and telling them, no, you cannot have a piece of this. So ASCAP, BMI, you don't get a piece of our cryptocurrency. You do not get any of our notes. You cannot have any piece of this. So you have to have complete control over your music in order for it to be on Choon. So that's what they say. That's the way it goes. I don't make the rules. Choon makes the rules. It's their business. That's the way that they're going to run it. And I agree with them. I think that the way that they made the decision is fantastic. So now the next step of the game is once you have some tracks on there, it's not going to do anybody any good if you just have a bunch of tracks sitting on your profile. Because, hey, you know what? Somebody can go ahead and search Bill Kraemer and be like, oh, yeah, hey, Bill Kraemer, oh, Ecosystems of Love. That's a fantastic track. That's a great track. Well, it's got a 20% playlist split. Yeah. A 20% playlist split means that anytime that anybody puts this song on a playlist, for every 5 notes, one of those notes goes to the person who put it on a playlist. Now that's really good because it ended up on a whole lot of playlists. And because it ended up on a whole lot of playlists, it got played 541 times in 3 days. It's a good song too, so that might have something to do with it too. I got a really tremendous piece of music that I got to remix from them, and I think it might be the peak of my work. You should think that the last thing you did is the best thing you did every time anyway, but I'm very proud of this piece of music that I got to remix. I'm very, very proud of it. But it went on a lot. I promoted really hard for the last 3 days. This is what it did. 541 streams in 3 days. And then there's today. So the 4th day, who knows what I think it'll cross 600. but we'll see what happens. So if we were to go back and take a look at Bill Kraemer again, and take a look at what had happened here. See, if you go and you see, oh, the little slump there from the vacation, and I come back from vacation, and then that song hits, boom, come back from vacation, that song hits, and then it spikes my earnings back up. Well, anytime you have a new song come out, you promote it like crazy on Facebook, Twitter, and then you have a high sharing percentage. Well, then if the higher your sharing percentage, the more playlists it's going to go on. Now, here's a demo playlist. Hey, demo playlist, that's cool. Well, to make a playlist, all you have to do is enter in this information, type a quick little description, put the tags of the music that you intend to put on the playlist, maybe upload an image. Maybe not. If you don't upload an image, it's just going to take the cover art from the first track on the playlist, put a little title on it. You can make it a private one or you can make it a public one, and then start sharing that playlist all over the place. So what I did for the sake of saving some time, is that I went ahead and I made a demo playlist where I entered all that information in. I made it a techno deep house and Detroit techno one, and it's an hour and 24-minute long with just 11 songs. I added guys like Star Mist, DJ Mary Jane, Eno Confusion, Brandon DiCarlo, Christian Smith and John Selway. So I got that Leisure Music Productions on here twice because I love the Monkey Samba and Ecosystems of Love songs. I have Star Mist remixing me on the bottom here. I have Courier out of Virginia. So it's a real fun playlist with just 11 songs on here. Now, all of these artists, if we were to go ahead and click on Brandon DiCarlo, Brandon DiCarlo is only sharing 5% with me, though. That means I only get 5% from this track. That's not fair. Brandon, you gotta fix that. That's not fair at all. Not so fast, Brandon, to make a pun. But he's gonna get shared more. He's my friend, so I'm gonna leave it on there. He deserves some crypto. But if I were to click on Crushing Reason, 25%, there we go, that's much better. 25% gets shared to me from this, so anytime that this particular track gets played, I get 25% from that artist, which is fantastic. It just so happens that it's on the seed. A really nice label that likes to share its higher percentages with people. So everything on the seed is going to be 25% or higher when it comes to percentages. So I see that there's other tracks by the seed here, so that if I wanted to explore more, they're going to share other things here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put the link for the demo playlist, as well as how to get signed up as an artist for Choon, right here in the description. Be sure to go ahead and like and follow me here on YouTube, as well as Facebook and, of course, Choon. And I'll be doing more videos in the future, hopefully. This one was pretty in-depth. and pretty long. So if you made it this far, dog bless you. And peace out.